Mr. Tyson Hall, it's an honor to be here with you today and talk about your amazing career, your over 20-year career as a classically trained actor. Let's start from the beginning. Where did
Oof.
you train and what got you into acting in the first place?
Interestingly enough, I thought modeling would be my thing because I was always fashion oriented. My mom was a stylist. My dad was into fashion, so I thought modeling was going to be it. I was always the fly kid on the block. Fly tie was actually my nickname. um,
Nice.
yeah. And there was a publication called a Backstage newspaper, and mom had told me about it, and I read this ad for a film, independent movie. So I sent in a headshot that I had, a photo that I had, and they called me in. Director gives me the script, and I'm like, "Yo, what you doing around here?" Like, we were supposed to be thugs, and and I read it like right off the page. I never acted before, so I was reading verbatim, and he's just like, "All right, thank you." He passed the script to the next dude. The next dude was like, "Yo, what you doing around here?" He put on a show. I was like, "Damn, I was supposed to do that." And from there, honestly, I bit the bug. I was like, yo, that's never gonna happen to me again. And so I started studying. I started at the Harlem School of the Arts with James Pringle. That was my first learning the stage, learning theater, and learning technique. And then I went on to work with Tony Greco to learn film and things of that nature. Took a few other classes in between, and then I went to City College where I studied it more and really pursued it. Yeah.
What techniques would you say is your favorite method of acting?
There's different techniques. There's the Meisner technique. For me, is Stanislavski with a bit of Meisner and then just real life. I don't really,
Yeah.
adhere to the method where I cannot be out of character. So you walk around day to day with character. That doesn't work for me. I need to have my turn off switch, so it's like you develop what works for you, your own program, and you take a little bits and pieces from everybody else or whatever else works for you, and you kind of culminate it and make it your own.
Now, Tyson, one of the beloved roles you had is Sam in Power Book, Raising Kanan, but you work with
Yeah.
some of everybody from Kiki Palmer to Forrest Whitaker. The list goes on. Who would you say is the most memorable person you work with and why?
I would probably give that to there's two people that really stand out. Forrest Whitaker is
Mm.
one. Um, just he's a GOAT, and to be able to have that interaction and play with such a legendary individual.
Wow.
Somebody who the reason why I would say him is he's so seasoned, so poised and grounded in his experiences in life and then in the business. And to be able to kind of have that energy and interact with that energy is like honorable. And then even working with London Brown, who was Marvin on Raising Kanan, was really a phenomenal experience because we were able to, develop a relationship. You know what I mean? And I'll never forget the first day on the set. He was in his own space and working with what he had to work with as far as development and being who he needed to be. And when we did our first scene together, it was kind of like this awakening went off for him. It's like, oh, who is this dude? You know what I mean? Like, because I was just so raunchy with it. And I feel like a level of respect came from that. And then, somebody who really like I earned his respect and we were able to really go from there and be cool with it.
Yeah, I did an amazing job. With
Yeah,
all
it
of
was a lot
your
of fun.
with all of your experience, what would you say that someone should think about before they even step into this realm of the entertainment industry?
If you're not built for rejection, if you're somebody who needs to be solid and grounded in various areas of your life, let's just say like finances or be, in a space where you have a consistency of people who you work with or familiar with, this may not be the thing for you because you get way more no's than yeses. And, being in this industry as far as acting, I've heard the same thing in music, so it really takes somebody who is very passionate about what they're doing and who believes in what they're doing in order to really push through to be able to do this.
I agree. In addition to being an actor, is there any other things you're passionate about?
I'm a fine arts painter.
Beautiful.
And for growing up in the Bronx during the hip hop era, graffiti was a thing. And I hadn't done it for years. And we always doodle and draw on paper and things of that nature. And then I saw the movie Jean-Michel Basquiat with Jeffrey Wright and Benicio del Toro. And his depiction of Basquiat was just so spot on for me and was so inspiring and influential. I went out and bought me a small startup kit and tried painting, and I fell in love with it. I fell in love with it. And so it was another way for me to express myself. It was therapeutic. I was able to think about things and clear things out. If I made a mistake, I go over it and do it again, or get another piece of canvas and try another idea. So it became a very meaningful outlet for me. And I haven't stopped. So I sell my work, I exhibit my work, I curate events. And yeah, that's a huge one for me.
What are you working on now or got coming up?
Um, I've been set to work on season 4, The Godfather of Harlem. Um,
Congratulations.
yeah. That's been in discussion. And then I'm also pushing some content that I want to get green lit. So I have a mini series idea that I'm pushing out there and putting in the universe, and then still auditioning. Amongst everything else. I have another passion for teaching the youth. I teach the performing arts. So that's a big one for me to be able to, I mean, I guess people would say give back, but there's nothing like being able to inspire the minds of young people, especially our young people who, tend to deal with a lot of opposition in their home lives. And when you can offer them an opportunity to learn something or experience something or to grow in an area, you can't put a price on that.
Oh my gosh, that's beautiful. You're such a role model. And kids these days, they need someone to uplift them, educate them, teach them, to show them another way than, the negativities of what's on TV or just in their environment. So definitely keep that up, Tyson. That's just
Yeah.
beautiful to hear. What's a
Yeah.
what's a super fun fact about yourself that many people may not be aware of?
I'm a bargain shopper.
Love that. Yes. That's the way to be, actually.
Yeah, I've been one for years, and that's why my closet thus runneth over because it's like this is only $50. I'll take two of them.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Oh,
So from shoes, I'm big on fashion. I love fashion. I love clothes. I love style. Everything from urban to high end. So yeah, and when I can get it at a lower rate, I feel even better. It makes it more.
you have best of both worlds. You worked in Hollywood and as independent. For those who may be watching this and, going back and forth trying to decide should they be independent or should they go for Hollywood, does it matter? Or with the times we're in now, what do you think is more beneficial, being in Hollywood or being independent?
That's a very individualized question. And the thing that I had when I first started in the industry, I'm native New York. I was in New York, and I ran the gamut here from doing stand-in work to doing extra work to performing at the Nuyorican and just really like covering a lot of bases in New York City. And there was always this buzz and talk about going to California, and we obviously know that that's like I guess where some dreams are made or like the big end all to be all for the industry. And so for me, I wanted to go out there with an agenda. I wanted to be unionized. I wanted to have that respect under my belt as a union actor, not just somebody who thought they wanted to do this or was trying it out. So that was something that was important for me. So I established myself as a union actor, and then I moved out to California. Why? Because I wanted to see what that world was like. And I got a chance to be on lots and work on different projects. And at the end of it, I liked what New York had to offer as far as how to move around, how to navigate the relationships that would develop. And so I put in probably about 4 years in LA and then came back to New York, where it's like literally a month after I landed, I got booked to work on the movie Paid in Full.
Amazing.
Yeah, so I say all that to say, it depends on where a person is at. You know what I mean? And what means something for you.
Looking ahead, Tyson, what are you most excited about for the future of your career?
Um, I'm very excited that I've established myself and people are really grounded in my person and my ability. One of the
Yes.
things I'm really excited and looking forward to is to be able to show another side of myself. A lot of times, being a downtrodden or this individual who's basically street oriented to a degree, I've successfully mastered that and I'm good in everybody's hood.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, when it comes to it, as far as the favorite. So now I want to just show people the other side of me, the clean cut and dapper, the well spoken, articulated Tyson.
I love that for sure. How can people keep up to date with you online?
Instagram is really like my go to. So it would be Tyson, Tyson Hall, ORG. That's on IG. And then on Facebook is Tyson Hall. But I want to thank you for being who you are and doing what you do, because this further pushes and inspires me and keeps me motivated and pushes my platform. So I'm grateful for that. And anybody who's interested in pursuing this, I look at it like, as far as I know, you only live one life. If there's anything you want to do, try it out, get a sense of it or get a feel for it. And then for those who have gifts and talents, tap into them and don't let them die. You know what I mean? Like you're given a specific gift for a reason, whether it's braiding hair, whether it's shooting threes, whether it's the ability to be able to write or rap or sing, make your talent work for you because it'll bless other people and yourself.
No matter if you braiding hair or shooting threes, go for your dreams. I love
Exactly.
that part. Tyson, thank you
Exactly.
so much for your time. Keep
Yes.
up the
Thank you for
great
having
work.
me. Thank you. Thank you for having me.